Namaskar, everyone. Okay, close your eyes and imagine the longest hike in history. We are talking millions of years. When you started, your backpack was absolutely stuffed with gear, 1,438 biological tools to be exact. But here's the drama. Every few thousand years, your backpack gets a tiny hole in the bottom. You lose a screwdriver, then a compass. Most hikers have a buddy. When their bag rips, they stop, swap tools, and help each other fix the gear. But the Y chromosome? He's hiking solo. He has nobody to help him fix the typos in his instruction manual. Welcome to the Curious Minds podcast. I am Ananya from Mumbai, currently preparing for my Rajya Seva Maharashtra Public Service Commission exam. Now I know what you're thinking. Ananya, is the future all female? Are males actually going extinct? Let me respect your time and give you the spoiler right now. No, they aren't going extinct. But the way we make males is about to get a massive million-year software update. The math tells us the Y chromosome is losing genes at a rate of about 4.6 per million years. At this speed, it could be gone in as little as 4.5 million years, though some estimates range up to 11 million. But while the old start button is disappearing, nature is already prototyping a replacement. Because here is the part that is deeply personal. About 40% of men over 70 are already showing a mosaic loss of that chromosome in some of their blood cells right now. This isn't just a 4.5 million year problem. The vanishing has already begun in our own bodies. Before we get into the gears and wires, a quick note from the heart. I respect everything, both living and non-living, that the Creator has made. I am here only to share some interesting insights with you on recent research and probably some of my own thoughts and questions. Think of me as your honest, curious peer, just trying to make sense of the engineering manual of life. So, why is the Y chromosome shriveling up while all the others stay healthy? It's all about the buddy system. Most of your chromosomes come in matching pairs. When your cells divide, these twins hug and swap pieces of DNA. Scientists call this recombination, but I call it the ultimate group chat edit. If one twin has a typo, it borrows the correct spelling from its buddy. But the Y, it has no twin. It's paired with the X, which is way bigger and totally different. Because it has no buddy to swap parts with, the Y has limited self-repair mechanisms. It basically has to talk to itself, using what scientists call palindromic sequences to fix errors. It's like trying to proofread your own essay without a second pair of eyes. Mistakes pile up. That's why the Y has gone from over 1,000 genes to just about 50 to 200 today. Now, if the Y is so glitchy, are men already becoming rare? Let's check the scoreboard. Biology is still keeping the population balance for now. According to the latest UN data, right here in Asia, we've got roughly 104 men for every 100 women. Oceania is approximately a tie at 100. Africa is at roughly 99 and the Americas are approximately 97 or 98. Europe has the lowest at roughly 93, mostly because the ladies there are absolute champions at living longer. The real story isn't in the population count, it's in the cellular machinery. To see how life handles a broken switch, we have to look at a biological detective story from Hokkaido University in Japan, led by Professor Asato Kuroiwa. They looked at the Amami spiny rat. This little guy has completely lost its Y chromosome. Its backpack is empty. By the old rules, these rats should all be female. Isn't it? Ha. But they aren't. There are perfectly happy reproductive male rats. What? How? The team found that the old start button, the SRY gene, is completely absent. And no, SRY is not short for sorry, though the Y might want to apologize for leaving. Instead, nature gave a gene called SOX9, a male-specific turbocharge. Think of it as a backup generator kicking in when the main power switch fails. Nature performed a hot swap of the hardware while the system was still running and pushed a software patch. It proves that maleness is a biological function that can migrate over evolutionary time to a new genetic address. Same function, but new address. But could humans just go it alone? You might have heard of parthenogenesis or virgin birth. In some lizards and sharks, females reproduce without a male. Could humans do it? Well, a process called imprinting in our DNA makes this biologically impossible for us naturally. We are locked into needing two parents. But here is where we bridge the gap from rats to humans. Evolutionary biologists warn of a potential species split. If sex determination systems move to a different chromosome in one population than in another, something we've already seen happen independently in different rodent species, it could eventually lead to reproductive barriers. We aren't looking at an extinction event, we are witnessing a long-term evolutionary transition. So, Ananya, why bother with this now? Let me tell you, because understanding this helps us be proactive. We are talking about MLOY, the mosaic loss of the Y chromosome in blood cells. It's associated with a higher risk of heart failure, cancer, and a shorter lifespan. Here is the stat that stopped me in my tracks. Men die on average roughly 4 to 5 years earlier than women globally. Scientists now think loss of Y chromosome may be a significant contributing factor. The aha moment is that the Y chromosome isn't the essence of masculinity. It's just one biological solution that evolution happened to use. Evolution isn't upgrading us, it's just selecting what works. While the math says the Y has millions of years left, nature is likely already debugging its own code. We aren't losing the man. We are just staring at an update screen that has been downloading for 160 million years. We are the first species to ever witness its own hardware being replaced in real time. It's a bit scary, a bit psychological, but totally practical. For now, we wait and watch the spiny rats and our own blood cells. Your DNA has been debugging itself for 160 million years, and it still shipped you. Here is your challenge for this week. If you have a man in your life, a father, a brother, a partner, share one thing from today's episode. Tell them, your Y chromosome has survived everything and it's still finding ways to stay stable. That's not fragility. That's engineering. I'm Ananya from Mumbai, and this is Curious Minds Podcast. Stay curious, stay proactive, and keep an eye on your backpack. See you next week.